funniest pets and people. A dog with great table manners. A hound who reaches great heights. A dog who uses his head. A guy going downhill fast. A pooch who makes a splash. And a cat who thinks he's a dog. It's the show that will have you sick. Stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Hey, if you're looking for laughs, hold on, because here they come. Fido is hoping to hitch a ride by holding on to this cow's tail. I hope Fido wanted to go to the barn, because that's where this ride ends. Christopher is not the kind of kid that would give you the shirt off his back. But Rocco here is definitely the kind of dog that would take it. These folks think this hamster is climbing the wall. The hamster thinks he's holding on for dear life. You know, koala bears spend a whole lot of time eating leaves and napping. They don't spend a lot of time doing pull-ups.
I can make it. Forget it.
Carl thought he had purchased a bird feeder. Surprise, Carl. You bought a raccoon exercise feeding machine.
Okay, I can't get in, huh? What's the matter? Hey, how do you open this thing? Well, let me try it again. Oh, well. Look, I'm gonna climb it again and see if I can open it. Well, you try it. See if you could do it.
The ever-popular swing set, a source of happiness for 99% of the children of the world. And then there's Jake. People love him. Pets do too. Time to break out some toys. This robot dog doesn't eat anything. Always comes when you call, and never needs to go for a walk.
Get it.
Yep, Smokey sees the future, and he doesn't like it. To be good at table hockey, you need to take lessons from the master. Maybe someday you'll be as talented as he is. But until then, just go get him a bone and pay attention, will you? Hey kids, are you tired of putting away your toys? Then get a ferret. He'll put them away. is one drawback, however. Finding out where the ferret hides your toys. Now, how much would you pay? To Fluffy here, anything is a toy, even a container full of food. Oh, come on, Fluffy. Everyone knows you shouldn't play with your food. This doggy is having a conversation with his new toy. Now, I don't speak dog, but he's probably asking why that toy is allowed on the couch and he isn't. This poodle's owner gave him a bottle opener to play with. Which is a decision he'll regret in about 2 hours when he wants to open a bottle. Coming up, some dogs get tough. And some birds get cool. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Just relax, don't stress out. Here are more funny clips.
You're the mailman?
Spot cannot wait to curl up with the latest issue of Snoozy Pooch magazine. And why not? He's so worked up waiting for it to arrive, he needs to relieve his stress somehow. These doggies are making it perfectly clear to the new guy they'll do the digging around here, thank you very much. These birds are relieving stress by relaxing at the pool. Boy, I hope they use sunblock. I mean, you can't expect to block UV rays with just your feathers. Sure, this kitty could leap out of that box whenever it wanted to. But he's determined to eat his way out. This dog is relieving stress by barking at himself in the mirror. Oh, no, come on. You've wanted to do exactly the same thing the first time you saw yourself in a lime green leisure suit. Admit it. The people at the park go round and round, round and round, round and round. The baby got dizzy and hit the ground. I'm so glad we've got insurance. These clips have a head start, but catch them if you can. You know, this chase really shouldn't be this exciting. I mean, the cat has 4 legs, and the little boy only has 2. This dog is trying to catch a squirrel, but he's just not having any luck on his own. No problem. When a job proves difficult, you can always call for backup. This pheasant really doesn't like the noise this lawnmower is making, and he's giving it a beakful. But he's keeping his distance. After all, the rule of argument states that the guy on the riding mower always wins. This little bunny is chasing this girl. Oh, no, wait. The girl is chasing the bunny. No, the bunny is chasing the girl. That's right. All right, you know what? The couch is not chasing anyone. How's that? You, the viewer, see 3 deer.
Chucky?
That cat sees 3 giant mice. Now here are some clips we're sure you'll fall for. Bad idea number 1 was having a 60-pound girl spot a grown man. Bad idea number 2? The grown man getting on this thing in the first place. Wheelbarrows don't have seat belts. They don't have airbags. They don't have brakes. Well, maybe they do have brakes. The best way to gain an advantage in an athletic event is a strong show of unity by the entire team. Well, that certainly showed unity. Coming up, dog bullies a bet. And some home improvement is anything but good. When we return to the funniest pets and people. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. These next clips have a very fine pedigree. Okay, if you want to learn to swim, you gotta get your feet wet. Tahoe the dog here plans to do it by only getting his front feet wet. And apparently his face. Boy, Monty's got a big day ahead of him. Bark at the train and move a stuffed animal over and over. It's hard work. I guess you could say Monty's working like a dog. Because he's a dog and he's, Charlie loves water, but he hates bowls. Sometimes it's hard to be a dog. You know, you should put your best foot forward. But this dog likes to put her last paw backward.
Bedtime.
When she enters a room, you don't know if she's coming or going. And frankly, neither does she. This woman wants to take a boat trip. But these bulldogs aren't biting. Nope, they'd prefer a nice long walk along the beach. So they put the clamps on her high seas hopes. The Wilson's new fabric softener claims to get the linen softer than it's ever been before. Well, Spanky here will be the judge of that, thank you. The scouting report on this pooch? Great fielder, not so great at the plate. He would have won a gold glove, but they'd have had to give him 4 of them. No shoes? Check. No shirt? Check. No safety goggles? Check. No glass? Check. These next clips are all about having fun. These rats are just hanging out having a whole lot of fun. The fun part is guessing just how many rats there are. Now, it's either 4 really short rats or 2 really long ones. Dave wondered if he was too over the hill to go sledding. So the hill decided to let him know for sure. Dogs are man's best friends. But this dog is his own best friend. And he's having fun all by himself. Well, not by himself. I mean, he didn't blow up the balloon. He tried, but somebody had to do it for him. Hey, campers, while cooking up that day's feast, pay attention. Unless your lunch menu calls for blackened everything.
How'd you get up there?
Okay, this doggy is having a lot of fun pretending to be a squirrel.
Oh, you're going back up. Oh, you come up the other way, huh? What are you doing up there? You're a movie star, huh?
And it's not really going out on a limb to say that this dog is nuts.
Are you a bird, though? Are you looking for birds?
Well, the music
These women are playing musical chairs, but instead of chairs, they're using men. And instead of grabbing a seat, they're sitting on the guy's knee. And the winner is not the first one seated. It's the guy with the fewest bruises. Coming up, a dog who really wails. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. This dog's got the dog dishes empty, cat took all my squeak toys, gotta get a flea dip blues. See you next time.